Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again. The perfect plan and why it's so popular with retirees in the Philippines and abroad. What is the perfect plan? It's real simple. As long as everything works perfectly over here, we don't have anything to worry about. We don't need any other plans. Let me tell you something, though, before I even start. Murphy's Law is still in effect. If something can go wrong, it's certainly going to go wrong. We're some of the most responsible people in all areas of our lives at home. But for some reason, when we move to the Philippines and some of these other countries, we live so irresponsibly. You've come too far to be operating under the perfect plan. Now, what is the perfect plan? I'm going to talk about 4 things. No health insurance. You're buying a one-way ticket. You have little or no savings. And no one knows you're over here. You want to keep people out of your business. But let's talk about the first one. There's no health insurance. It's estimated that 3 out of 4 retirees living in the Philippines have no health insurance. That's 75%. So if 4 foreigners you see, 3 of them don't have health insurance. And you know what they say? Oh, I'm self-insured. This is what they're thinking. As long as I don't have an accident or an emergency or some type of health problem, I'm going to be all right. As long as I can keep this perfect health and at least being good of health as I was when I got here, I don't need health insurance. Besides, I'm going to self-insure. You would never do that at home. And when I say that, I mean you don't have health insurance that's accepted in the Philippines. Now, some of us have insurance that may reimburse you when you get home. But see, that you're hoping on a wing and a prayer that they'll do that. But that's the perfect plan. I don't need health insurance. Because most of us are operating under the perfect plan, guys. Let's get honest. But we need something better than that. Something else we're doing to let you know that you're operating under the perfect plan is we have little or no savings when we get here. We're living from paycheck to paycheck. You're living from month to month. And in your mind, you're saying, I've got enough money. It's cheap over here in the Philippines. I'm going to save XYZ amount of money, and then eventually I have an emergency fund. As long as everything works perfectly, I'm going to be okay. But if anything out of the ordinary happens 8,000 miles from home, your ass is out. Remember, you claim that you're self-insuring yourself, but you're not. You don't have enough money. We're living paycheck to paycheck. It's estimated that 2/3 of all retirees living in the Philippines are living paycheck to paycheck. They're operating under the perfect plan. There's 2 things. So I know that you're dealing with one or the other. Some of us too. Here's the 3rd thing. You ban these one-way tickets. Guys, first of all, you can't get in the Philippines with a one-way ticket. You either have to have a one-way ticket and an onward ticket or a round-trip ticket. But because you're operating under the perfect plan, you're just going to buy the one-way ticket and the onward ticket, which you have no plans on using. But as long as everything works out perfectly, you find the right house, you find the right woman, everything works perfectly, you're not going to need a round-trip ticket. You can deal with that later, you say. But remember, you don't have enough money. You didn't bring enough money over here to begin with. It all rolls into each other. You don't have health insurance because you're going to self-insure. But I got to remind you that 2/3 of us are operating paycheck to paycheck. So you don't have enough money to self-insure. Then you buy a one-way ticket with that fake onward ticket on the premise that I'm going to save up enough money and I just deal with that later because everything's going to go perfectly. That's the perfect plan. As long as everything works perfectly, you don't have anything to worry about. And some of us get away with that for 6 months, a year, 3 years. But eventually Murphy's Law shows up. He knocks on the door. He says, hey, I'm here. Because if something can go wrong, it's going to go wrong, guys. And the perfect plan is not good enough when you're living on the other side of the planet. But let's talk about this last thing, because this is just a short video about the perfect plan. You don't tell anybody you're over here. It's none of their business. You're a grown man. You can do whatever you want to do. I ain't got to tell nobody I'm coming to the Philippines. See, that's the perfect plan. As long as nothing goes wrong, that's a good way to do it, right? But what if you have a stroke? 2 of my friends had strokes over here. Hopefully they've gotten home. I know one of them's gotten home, but I don't know about the other one. What if you get kidnapped? What if you're in a car accident? What if life shows up over here in the Philippines and nobody knows you're over here because you don't want anybody knowing your business? That's a perfect plan, guys. We're very responsible in all areas of our lives at home. We've done some amazing things. But then we come over here and we live irresponsibly. 3/4 of us have no health insurance. So if you see 4 foreigners, 3 of them don't have health insurance. Excuse me. 2 out of 3 of us don't have enough money. We're living paycheck to paycheck. So you see 3 foreigners, 2 of them are liable to be broke when you see them. They don't have enough money. 100% of us are operating under this one-way ticket thing. I bought a round-trip ticket, but guess what? It's already expired. Okay? And then we don't want to tell nobody where we are. Oh, we'll be vague about it. Yeah, I'm going to the Philippines. But you don't tell them where you staying in the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago. 7,000 islands, over 7,000 islands. 2,000 of them are inhabited. You could be any damn where over here. And then, here's the last thing really I'll talk about with this perfect plan. Oh, if something goes wrong, I've always got my embassy I can lean on. No, you don't. They do very little for us over here. Very, very little. If you go to jail, they don't get you a lawyer. If you die, they don't pay to have your body repatriated. If you get locked up, guess what? They're just going to direct your family or your loved ones to English-speaking lawyer over here. They're not going to loan you any money unless you pass certain requirements to get your butt back home. But see, a lot of us, we think that's our ace in the hole. That when all else fails, I'm just going to pick up the phone and call my embassy. Well, a lot of times that line's going to be busy or no one's going to answer. So thank you so much for stopping by today. Look, guys, the perfect plan is the most popular plan because the majority of retirees over here are living under the perfect plan. That's why I say it's the most popular in the Philippines and abroad. All you have to do is be honest with yourself. Do you have health insurance? Do you have enough money? Do you have a round-trip ticket to get your ass back home? Do people know you over here just in case Murphy's Law comes knocking at your door? Know what the damn embassy can and cannot do for you. More than likely, it can do very little. So if you're in America, you're about ready to get up. It's early. You're going to work. Some of you are off today. It's Good Friday. You're going to the gym, get a newspaper, coffee, and you see somebody out in the street or wherever you see them. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, let's see, what time is it? 6:02 p.m. on a beautiful Friday. The breeze is out. I'm going to go out here once I upload this and get some of that breeze. We're going to have our 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing tonight. Thanks, everybody. I just went over 48,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. I'm still amazed by all of this. But I made a promise to my Filipino viewers and subscribers that once I hit 50,000 subscribers, we're going to spin the wheel 50 times and we're going to give away 50,000 pesos. I owe that to the Filipino people, to help them during the lockdowns, to help them during the pandemic. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you next time.